Hi, I'm Discover Oklahoma's Becky King. You know, inside this shop in the heart of Stockyard City are beautifully handcrafted items that attract a very long line of customers. You know, the only thing is, these customers, they go around to the alley and they go through the back door. But these customers are the big kind, you know, big, four-legged, mane tail, snort a lot, kind of smelly. I think I'm going to use the front door. John Rule came to work in this shop when he was just a kid, before it was a place that made custom saddles, before he was a master craftsman.
Well, actually, I started working leather when I was about 11 years old. My uncle had a bunch of tools, and so I made a few belts and progressed pretty well, and just got where I had a hang of using the tools.
He started working leather by making belts, earned his way through college on belt making, and then one day he decided he would get serious about saddle repair. That was the day he met a young woman, a young rodeo rider who would one day become his wife.
She brought in, she was from California, just came in, was wanting to know where she'd get a saddle fixed, so I told my boss, I said, I'm going to fix that saddle for her. And so we fixed the saddle. And
so hers is the very first one you repaired?
It was about the second or third that I had repaired. And so it kind of snowballed from there, and she'll probably say downhill, but anyway, it snowballed from there.
When you look closely at everything that goes into a handcrafted, hand-tooled saddle, it really is amazing. To start with, well, that's it. There's nothing to start with. John's designs are in his head. No patterns. His work is freehand with instruments that carve. You know what that means. No erasing, because it is so permanent. Do you ever get to a point, oh, I shouldn't have done that?
Oh,
there's
yeah.
no going...
Yeah. I mean, the saddle...
How often does that happen?
Just every time.
But it's hard to believe he makes mistakes when you look at the detail, at the intricate designs that flow into the other.
Anybody can do it right, says the true craftsman, is mess it up and make it where nobody can tell.
Did I mention John Rule is also modest? His work speaks for itself, and if that's not enough, his list of customers speaks volumes. The National Final Steer Roping Trophy saddles, the PRCA World Champion saddles, the IPRA World Champion saddles, plus a list of rodeo cowboys who make hundreds of thousands of dollars with John Rule's work behind them. It could be why he's called a master of his craft.
Other people have said it, but I feel I'm a little sheepish about that because I just don't, you know, I know what I do is good, and maybe it's real good, and sometimes it's not very good, but I don't know, master, I'm not sure about that.
Modesty aside, he's proud of his work. His reputation is known far beyond Stockyard City, Oklahoma. And these saddles that can take from 200 to 300 hours to make command from $2,100 to $30,000. And remember when I told you his customers come to the back door? Most of his clients bring their horses right here for a custom fit.
I glean some satisfaction from starting with nothing and then end up with a piece that, you know, someone will have for the rest of their lives. I guess the thought of having something that'll be around, you know, 100 years from now, and it means something to me.
John is passing down his craft. His son has even shown an interest in following his father's path, a path of freehand artistry and expert craftsmanship. That leaves behind some pretty big boots to fill.
Oh, well, I don't know about that.
In Stockyard City, I'm Becky King.